Alrighty, everybody, welcome back for those of you that were with us for the morning session, and welcome to everybody that's joined for the afternoon session. So the afternoon session is tailored more towards the BOAA presentations and what we have to offer at the BOAA. So to start, we do have our new Executive Director, Denise Allen, who's going to say a few words.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Denise Allen, the Executive Director of the Bowmanville Older Adult Association. I wanted to extend a warm welcome to everyone. I'm hoping you had a great morning and were able to take in some or all of our speakers. We have an exciting afternoon planned where we will showcase who we are and what we do at BOAA. At BOAA, our focus is promoting the health and happiness of older adults by enhancing their quality of life in a welcoming and inclusive environment. We strive to inspire our members to be independent, active, healthy, empowered, and socially connected. Our strength is our members and the welcoming community we have developed. Being newer to BOAA, I am constantly amazed at the abilities, dedication, commitment, cohesiveness, and enthusiasm of our many members, volunteers, instructors, and staff. The friendly and welcoming environment that is found here is unparalleled. Our ambassadors and front door volunteers warmly greet members and participants when they enter our doors. The warm cafe volunteers, kitchen volunteers, talented volunteer instructors, drivers, strong volunteer board members, and so many other dedicated members and volunteers make this place special. We are truly better together. The staff are stellar and integral to making BOAA work. I wanted to especially thank Kristen and the entire BOAA staff team for their hard work putting this event together. I'm excited for our presentations coming up next. We hope that you will enjoy the afternoon, and please ask us any questions you have at the end of our afternoon session. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Denise. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Lauren. I was a summer student with the BOAA last summer, but I've stuck around. And today I'm going to be introducing you guys, or reintroducing you to what BOAA is all about and what we have to offer for you. I just want to ask, while we're waiting for the presentation to go up, that if you're not on mute, you please put yourself on mute so that we don't have any background noise or feedback from the microphones, please, and thank you. So we are the Bowmanville Older Adults Association. We're located at 26 Beach Avenue, Bowmanville, and there's our phone number if you need to get in touch with us. So we're going to be going over in this presentation 5 different things. We're going to talk a little bit about what the BOAA is, a little bit of our history and our staff and board members. We're going to talk about the programs and services we're currently offering, and a little bit about our volunteers and what the volunteers do around here. So our mission is promoting the health and happiness of older adults by enhancing their quality of life in a welcoming and inclusive environment. And our vision is to inspire our members to be independent, active, healthy, empowered, and socially connected. So we have, I think, 6 values. First one is accessible. So we want to create an organization that's inclusive and affordable, and will identify and address potential barriers to create opportunities for our members, potential members, and guests. We are caring. As most of you know, our staff and our volunteers are wonderful, and they make our members and guests feel really welcome when they come into the center or join us online. We're also community focused, so we're contributing to the broader community, and we're working with other community partners to create a cooperative and collaborative partnership. And then we're also fiscally responsible. So we efficiently operate and achieve our goals in a manner that is both financially prudent and accountable to our members and partners. We're also member focused, so we ensure that the needs of our members are reflected in what we do and our future priorities. We also offer quality programs that meet the diverse needs of our members. Our programs also promote social, educational, and physical well-being. So in 1989, this is a little bit about our history. In 1989, a committee of older adults and local service club representatives worked with the municipality of Clarington to establish an activity center for older adults of Clarington. In 1992, there was a council established, the council established an advisory committee, which later became the Clarington Older Adult Center Committee. In 1994, September 1994, this committee offered a program on Tuesdays at the Lions Center on Beach Avenue for older adult members. And then in 1998, on January 2nd, the municipality agreed to purchase the property that we now know as the BOAA. In September 1998, the official open house and dinner and dance celebration occurred. And in 2016, we officially rebranded under new management as the BOAA, offering the same excellent programs and services just under a different name. So I'm going to introduce you to our team. You've already heard from Denise, who's our executive director, and you've also heard from Kristen, who's our relationship manager. And most of you have probably seen Tom around the center. He's our head of facility and transportation operations. So he helps to make sure that our center is looking beautiful and that you all get where you need to be. We also have Veronica, who's on here with us today, and she's our program coordinator. She makes sure that everybody stays active and enjoys themselves. And we have Stella, who keeps our finances in order and makes sure we don't make a mess or spend too much money. And Julietta is one of our creative directors. She does a lot of video and decorative work around the center. And we have Simon, who's our catering coordinator. He makes the yummy food that we all have in the cafe. And we have Dawn, who is our volunteer assistant. So she makes sure that we have volunteers in the cafe to serve you and members at the front desk to answer your many questions. And then there's me. We also have a bunch of new members to our facilities and maintenance team. So we have Dorothy and Bill Lawrence, who look after the center after hours. We have Corey and Glenn, who work during the day. And we have a new member, a new maintenance member that will be joining us tomorrow, and her name is Rebecca. And then here's a little bit about our board. So our president, his name is David Penny. He's also the treasurer. We have Sharon Coburn, who's our vice president, and Lynn Ralph, who's the secretary, and Wayne Colas, who's the another director. We have Chris Christodoulou, thank you, Kristen, and June Smith, Doreen Cripps, and Linda Kattu, who are all directors. And we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about our programs and services. So for March and April, the two events and fundraisers we have are the social movie, which happens on Friday afternoons, and bingo that happens on Tuesday afternoons. And then we have a variety of drop-in programs. So these programs don't require pre-registration, but we do recommend it. You can come one week and not come the next. And these are things like walking, playing darts, the wood carving group, the jamming group, our card programs. And then I'm going to show you in a second here our drop-in table, which shows you all the things that are going on throughout the week. So as you can see, we've got euchre, canasta, duplicate bridge, friendship group, lots of snooker, theater group, and choir meeting here. So these programs are all subject to the drop-in fee, which is $2 for members and $5 for not members. So you can pay the $2 whenever you decide to come to the programs. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the programs that require registration. So right now we have running in-person art with Paul Livingston. He's got an acrylics and watercolor program and a drawing program. Those happen on Wednesday and Thursdays. They haven't started yet, so you can still have time if you want to register. We also have some general interest programs. So we have intuitive and psychic development with Julie Ditta. Julie also teaches a meditation class that we're going to hear a little bit about later. And we have tarot reading with Kathy Pearson. We have some in-person wellness programs. So we have some age reverse eccentrics with Carolyn Anderson, chair yoga, and some drumming also with Julie Ditta. And we have line dancing, Tai Chi, and urban bowling. And we have some free virtual events on Zoom. We have Bid Euchre with Kathy, which is on Thursdays. Smile Time with the Smile Theater Serenaders. And if you haven't seen them before, they're amazing. It's always a great time. And on Fridays, there's trivia with Kristen and I. It's always a great time and you learn something new. And then we have some free virtual general interest drop-ins. So we have crocheting with Doreen. She was on here earlier. We have French group that meets to talk French to each other. They have a knitting social. Veronica teaches you how to cook on Thursday mornings. And on Tuesday afternoons, she talks to you in Spanish. And virtually, we have some art programs as well. So with Diane Darch, we do a pen and ink program. For those of you who haven't seen it before, it's pretty awesome. They use watercolor to add to their drawings afterwards. And we have the wonderful Julietta, who also does a art program. She runs our watercolor program on Thursdays and Fridays. And this is pretty popular. Everybody loves to try their hand at this. And we also have Kim Mather, who teaches a Zentangle class. This is a pretty simple one. And we also have our advanced French group that meets on Monday afternoons. And Tanya, who we heard from this morning, teaches 2 programs this session, which are Intro to Cell Phones, which started this week, I believe. And she's running her beginners Facebook program starting on April 4th, if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about Facebook. And now we're going to go into our virtual wellness programs. I broke them down by instructor. So this is Laura, and she teaches 20-20-20 and brain and body boosters. And with Sharon Wildeboer, she teaches gentle yoga on Mondays, sit and be fit on Friday, strength training on Friday, yoga on Monday, and yoga lattes on Friday. And with Julie, she teaches her meditation course on Wednesdays. And with Lisa Baldson from Live in Motion, she teaches strength training and shape up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And with our wonderful Veronica, she teaches us Zumba on Tuesday or Thursday and Monday or Wednesday for the 2 different types of Zumba she offers. And she's going to talk a little bit more in detail about what these programs entail when we do her demo in a few minutes here. Another great service we offer is the BOAA Cafe. So this is open on Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 2. It's manned by our wonderful volunteers. You can get coffee, tea biscuits, sandwiches, soup, and so much more. And even on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're offering a hot meal for $10 each. It's always delicious. I believe today we have onion and sausage bake, which looked and smelled delicious. So if you're looking to get away with not cooking on Wednesday or Thursday, feel free to come in and test that out. And we also offer a wonderful service called Wheels in Action. So this we have 3 BOA vehicles that will come and pick you up at your house and drop you back off when you're done with your programs. If you're not able to get a ride or if you're no longer driving. So all we ask for if you're needing to use this service is that you give us a call. You'll be in touch with Tom and he'll be able to book you a ride to get in here and enjoy the programs that you want to enjoy. And I just want to give you a sneak peek about what might be coming for spring and summer 2022. You might see a yard sale or a concert or a dance, maybe a tea party or 2, some golf, and our lovely friends from Smile Theater might give us a visit. And I'm going to invite Kristen here to talk a little bit about our volunteers and what they offer to us here at the center.
Thank you so much, Lauren. So as many of you know, we have the main reason why we're able to operate to the capacity that we are is because of our volunteers. We have such a large volunteer base. Some of the main volunteer roles are—
I thought Dad was going to answer.
Some of the main volunteer roles are front desk ambassador and cafe. So when you come into the center, you will all see the ambassador sitting at the desk. as well as the front desk volunteers who answer the phones, take your payment, and answer any questions that you might have. We have obviously our volunteer drivers. We have our amazing program conveners, incredible volunteer instructors, kitchen prep, dishes, serving all of that great stuff that we're all hoping to get back to with our Tuesday lunches. 50-50 ticket sales, event greeters, Maple, Apple, and Bluesberry festivals, all of which are a go this year, so that's exciting. We have event setups and cleanups, obviously, for things like our euchre extravaganzas, progressive euchre parties, karaoke nights, all of those fun events. We have maintenance volunteers to help set up and tear down before and after events. And obviously our spring and fall cleanup, which we will be needing volunteers for this spring to clean up the grounds. And I think that is it. So does anybody have any questions for any of us that are here right now? Juliet is here, obviously, Veronica, myself, Denise, Lauren. Yeah.
And we can go and grab Tom or Dawn if you have any questions for them.
No questions? Anybody? Please? No? We're good? Very good. So welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Veronica Vargas. So as Lauren mentioned, I am here, the program coordinator. I try to please everybody and to bring activities fun for everybody. So please, if I am missing something, let me know. I love the feedback. Everybody here in the staff, we love the feedback because if we don't hear it from you, then we assume that everything is perfect. So please, feedback is always welcome. And I am super happy and excited to present our first virtual example of class that is gonna be with Julieta, or Julieta, as you call her here in Canada. So Julieta, apart from being an amazing staff, taking care of all the media and the visuals and the videos that you see, she is an amazing instructor. So a little bit of background of Julieta, apart from being from beautiful Monterrey, Mexico, she is a mechanical engineering technologist from here in Canada. And she has been painting since approximately 10 years ago. So this is a very good example that you don't have to start early to be an amazing artist. So you can start at any time. She has been with the center for, why are you laughing, Bonita? She has been an instructor here at the center for more than 4 years. And right now she teaches beginners watercolor and intermediate watercolor, and she has been doing it in a virtual way, providing excellent visuals for their followers and giving all the details. And well, we happen to have a lot of very good artists in our center, thanks to Julieta. So Julieta, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna pass the microphone to you, and please welcome Julieta.
Hi everyone, how you doing? So today is just to show you, it's a little demo. It's not a paint along, but in your package, you do have, I do provide instructions, the rough instructions. I do provide with a reference painting or a picture sometimes, and you will also have a sketch. So for my class, you don't need to know how to draw if, like drawing is a skill that you can acquire in some other class. And we do have Paul Livingston that does a lot of drawing classes. But drawing is usually, I will provide a sketch. So, and we do a step-by-step painting. Like what I emphasize on every class is the watercolor techniques and watercolor mixing, like the mixing of the colors as well. So yeah, so if, I don't know if it's time is now or not, but we can now do the video. It is a little video. I will talk over it just to show you what is that you see when you come to my class. And yeah, so we'll see. It is fast because like the classes are usually 2 hours, so you will have enough time. Sometimes you might not be able to finish, but you will have instructions, so you will see the whole process on how to approach the painting. This is a water scene that we're gonna work on. And we use masking tape to get the horizon, to make sure the horizon is straight. I'm also gonna make this video available on my YouTube channel. It will be public if you wanna revisit it. Like I said, it's watercolor mixing, step by step. What we do. One of the main parts for watercolor is how to control the water, and it only comes by doing it, like by experience. Like eventually people you get the hang of it on how much water to use. And it all depends as well on the kind of paper that you're using. So this one is a typical water wet on wet technique, where you start putting one color, and it's a buildup of colors that you will achieve. Of course, you have to make sure that everything is wet. So a little bit of speed is a little bit of an issue here. So that way your paper doesn't get dry. Like I said, this one is a speed up. So because of the timing that we have here, I don't paint this fast. Creating with the wet on wet, creating the illusion or impression that is on the horizon line. I'm adding a little bit more darker. A hair dryer is very handy. Usually we try to let it dry as long as we can, but before the next process you need to dry, right? Here I'm gonna start on the water. I'm gonna wet again the whole surface, and you start kind of in reverse. The water area is always a reflection of the sky. And again, you start with your lighter colors and you progress through your darker colors. And here I'm working on the reflection of the bushes in the background. Like I said, during the class, I do one step, and then while you're watching, and then you have some time to try the step, and then we move on like that. So we do step by step. And again, like I said, you have to repeat the same colors on the water that are reflecting from the spot. And the next step is to start on the canoe, and it's building up the colors. Like I start with the yellow background is already there, so orange and red. Adding more red a little bit at a time, right? So it's incrementing. And always is when I said to my students, the reference picture is just a reference. Yours might look slightly different depending on the kind of paper you have, the kind of brand name of the pigments. But it's mainly focusing on the application of the watercolor. That's the main thing of my class. Usually the colors I use are a limited palette, so usually 3 or 4 colors only. And from there, we develop the darker tones, as you can see there, for the weeds or the grasses that are on the front. And keeping to a limited palette keeps the harmony on the painting. The other class I have is an intermediate class. In the intermediate class, the participants are challenged a little bit more as they do find their own picture that they want to paint. And we usually have a predetermined themes for the sessions. And then that's what we work on. And I will do a 1 hour or 1 hour and a half demo for them. So thank you very much for watching. So if anybody has a question.
Not a question, but I got a high recommendation for anyone who thinks they can't paint. She's a pro at teaching anyone that can't paint at beginner watercolors.
Thank you.
Thank you for offering it, Juliet. It's been great for the last almost 2 years.
Thanks.
Here, here, I agree.
Oh yes, Kathy has a gallery in her house and changes the paintings every once in a while, yes.
Yeah, I got rid of all the snow ones the other day. Tired of snow.
Good. And the classes are very relaxed, like we do step by step. Some people are a little bit more advanced than others, but I mean, you always have a little bit of instructions, and you will see me finish the actual painting so that you will have enough material and information to finish your painting.
So how many days would that boat picture have taken?
How many days? Oh
yeah,
no,
that's one class or many classes?
That's just one class. We do one project, a different project each week. Oh, every week is a different painting. It's a small format, like it's 7.5 by 11, and it's or 5.5 by 11. We do, like I said, step by step for the 2 hours. You will be completely busy for the 2 hours. Like you'll be busy, and you don't even realize it when the time is over. You're gonna say, oh, was that already 2 hours? So yes. And yes, but it's every class is different.
And that is the beauty of this program, because if sometimes you have to miss a class because doctor appointment, lunch, or friends or whatever. So that's the beauty, that you can still you can come the next class and it's gonna be a totally different project.
And you will have some information as to follow for your painting, like the mixes, or what mixes do we do, or what technique do we do on that area, on which area. So if you miss a class, you could try it on your own, and many of the students do that.
David, I think, and
I believe Anka has a question. She's muted. You're muted, Anka.
Unmute. No, I'm muted now here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, now.
Okay, I'd like to sign up again, Julieta. I was March free, but I'd like to start again next week.
Perfect. We can arrange that up with Veronica, or you can give us a call at the center to register. Okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
Or, yeah, you can come in as well.
I will.
We can see you.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
That's the project for this week.
Oh yes, it's a sea turtle.
It's a hard one.
Can you tell us when the classes are on again, please?
So classes are on Thursdays at 1 o'clock. It goes for 2 hours. We still have 6 classes to go through this season. And please remember, if you want to try a class, the first class that you try is for free. So if you're not sure if this program is gonna be for you, you can always give us a call, let us know that you are interested, and you can try it one time for free. So to make sure that you like it.
And on the supply list that I provide, I usually have different options for your supplies. People that want to spend more money or do a little bit more investment on their supplies and buy like higher quality, or you can also buy student quality from like Walmart, and like they do have watercolors and paper and stuff. So it's all kinds of different levels. Of course, you're not gonna get like a masterpiece, let's say. That's the other thing that I tell my students. You're not gonna paint a masterpiece on the first class. Maybe the second one, but the first class is usually, is for you to get used to it and to learn the techniques, right?
Julieta, your intermediate class, it was on Fridays?
It is on Fridays. It's at 1:30 to 3:30. And yeah, the intermediate class, the way it works is during the first class, we set themes for the remaining of the sessions. So we work on that, and people paint something and they send it to me on an email. And the day of the class, we review what everybody is working on, and we see, sometimes I do give some advice on maybe change this or add in here or more, just to improve on the painting. Yes, like I said, we do that. And then I paint for about an hour and a half. I will paint something with that theme and then explain the techniques. It's not a learn to paint. Like by this, you should know already how to mix your colors. Right. But I usually explain, I'm using, like I will say, I'm using this color or this color, and then they will watch when I do the demo.
Okay, I couldn't join the first few classes on Fridays. Is it too late to join now?
No, it's not too late.
Okay.
No, because it's different every week.
Right.
So we can send you the list of the teams. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else has a question?
Well, I have a comment. A lot of your participants have done their projects into cards. So that's an idea. You don't have to have a gallery like Kathy at your place. You can paint, you can create a little card, and those are things that nobody throws out. Like those things are a keeper. So that's an idea of what to do with all your paintings.
Usually when I give you the sketch, people have the option to print it smaller, like in a smaller format. And sometimes it's an easier way to control the water or to have more control on what you're doing. Yeah. Any more questions?
Well, I also have another comment that even though she gives you the sketch, even though she gives you the picture of whatever they're gonna paint, if you don't want an element of that sketch, you can switch it. You can transform a canoe into a bird or into a butterfly to adjust whatever your taste is.
You could paint a panther instead of a bird.
Yes.
And that improves creativity, right? In like your own creativity. So I have a comment here that from Gail that you'd make it look so easy, Julieta.
Thanks.
I just wanted to comment that to the fact that how Julieta is so loved and respected, and we enjoy her painting so much that there are many of us here that I see right now that are already in her classes, and we still wanted to watch her do this and support her. So wonderful, wonderful teacher. Thank you, Julieta.
And some of my students as well are in the 2 classes. They go to the beginners and they go to the intermediate. So.
And it's just a piece of paper, right, Julieta?
That's right. There's nothing to ruin. It's just a piece of paper. Sometimes people feel intimidated. They think like I'm gonna ruin this, but it's just a piece of paper. Like there is nothing you're gonna life-threatening or anything like that.
And we can always paint on the backside, which many of us have done.
No waste.
And if you ever wanted to try it, you should, because if it wasn't for COVID, I would never have tried. And it's so much enjoyment.
Exactly.
And a lot of the participants have advanced like really nicely. You can see their paintings evolve. Like they're doing like so much amazing work in the classes. Yeah.
And if you leave it overnight and you look at it the next day, totally different. It's amazing. Looks so much better, especially if you don't have to compare it with the teachers.
So would you say you have to have a talent for drawing before you should start something like this?
No, there is no drawing skills required, because I usually give the sketch out. So you will have the sketch that you transfer to your watercolor paper before the class. And then we just start painting. Yeah, so there's no drawing required. No. Okay. It's mainly focuses on the application of the watercolor techniques.
Okay. Good, thank you.
And I can vouch for that. You don't have to know how to draw. Julieta sends a nice sketch for us to use, and we just trace it out and then start the painting. And that's the best part, the painting. Thanks, Julieta.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And can I just say something?
Yes.
Julieta just basically works with a limited palette, so you don't even have to buy all that many tubes of watercolor. It's just a few.
That's right. Yeah, and basically you can only use 3 if you want, like a yellow, a red, and a blue. And if you only want to start with that, you can use those 3 colors and substitute when the ones I'm using, right? But yeah.
And it teaches you how to mix all the colors too to get the color that you want from those 3 colors. Thank you, Julieta.
You're welcome. Thank you, Susan.
Any more questions or comments or flowers for Julieta?
In our YouTube channel, there is, if you search for gallery, when you go to our YouTube channel for the BOAA, if you search gallery, there is 2 videos of the different works that the participants have done, and they're quite nice to look at. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Julieta. And we are so blessed to have you here as an instructor and as staff, because it's so much fun have you in our team. Thank you very much. And if it is okay, Christine, we're gonna move for the next presenter. Our next activity is gonna be with Julie Dita. So Julie Dita has been a part of our BOAA family for almost more than 10 years. She is an instructor. She used to teach improv, intuitive and psychodevelopment, drumming, and diva dancing. Julie, I scroll around and she's not here, but she was kind enough to send us a video with her meditation. So I strongly encourage you to follow this meditation, please. It's only 15 minutes, but it gives you an idea of whatever Julie does in her classes. She has, first of all, this amazing voice. It's not like mine. So it's a soothing voice. And she takes you and she guides you through these meditations. It's super relaxing. And at the end of each session, she does like a feedback. Everybody shares their experience, and I can see some of her participants here, and it will be wonderful if you can share after the meditation the experience that you have with Julie, because she's just amazing and she's a wonderful instructor. So if everybody is okay, please don't say this is not for me. Give yourself a chance to try meditation, because it's gonna be excellent for you, and you're gonna love Julie the way she does it. Miss Kristen, we are ready.
Welcome everybody. So just take a few minutes, create that sacred space, that private space where you begin to set intention to come into a place of relaxation, of calm and quiet. If you need to move or adjust your body at any time, feel free to do so. And just making yourselves comfortable. This meditation will be in 3 parts, starting with focus on the breath, then moving to an imaginary source of heat or light to further relax the body, and finally moving to the heart space, activating the imagination and going on a guided journey. Keeping the mind focused on one thing at a time allows it to calm and the body relax, so we can glean all the benefits of relaxation. So now take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to come into the here and now, shutting out yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There's no place you need to go and nothing you need to do. Just breathe. If any interfering thoughts should arise, let them float away and return your attention to your breathing. And focusing the mind, just notice where you feel the pressure of your breath in your body at this moment. Does it feel lower down in the belly or abdomen? Perhaps midway in the chest? Or just through the mouth or the nose? There's no right or wrong. We're just observing, keeping the mind focused. You don't have to fight or stop your interfering thoughts, just notice them and return your attention to your breathing. Does your breath feel hot or cool? Shallow or deep? Rapid or slow? long or short. Just noticing. Use your own words to describe your breath at this time. Tuning into the natural rhythm of our breathing helps us to calm our minds and bodies and come into a place of relaxation. And gradually let the pause between breaths increase. With each breath, your mind becomes more calm and your body relaxed. Now we're going to add a mantra, a saying, as we continue to focus on the breath. So as you breathe in, I want you to say the word in. And as you release the breath, say the word out. Focused on the breath. As you breathe in, say the word in. And on the release, say the word out. We're just adding to the focus. Find your own rhythm using these two words, in and out. In and out. In and out. Now change those words to up and down. As you breathe in, say the word up to yourself. And as you release, say the word down, focused on the abdomen or the chest as they rise and fall with each breath. Up and down. If any interfering thoughts should arise, bring your attention back to your breathing and the mantra of up and down. and down. Gradually letting the pause between breaths increase. And again, changing the words this time to breathe and relax, using the word breathe on the inhalation and relax on the exhalation. Breathe and relax. Feel the mind calm even more and the body relax. Breathe and relax. Gradually letting the pause between breaths increase. Breathe, relax. Let all interfering thoughts float away. Now to further relax the body, we're going to begin by focusing on the wrists. And I'd like you to curl your wrists. And as you curl those wrists, tighten the biceps and forearms. Tighten them as much as possible. Hold until the tension becomes uncomfortable. Hold. And then with a big relax when you're ready. Nobody can hear you, so let out that as you relax. And then just notice the difference between tension and relaxation. And take a few regular breaths. Repeating again, curling both wrists, holding them tight, feeling the tension in the biceps and forearms, holding until that tension becomes uncomfortable. And when you're ready, with a big ah, let go and relax. And just notice the difference between tension and relaxation. And take a few regular breaths. Now moving your attention to your feet. Pull your feet and toes back, tightening, pulling them toward you, tightening the shins, pulling the feet and toes back, tightening the shins. Hold that tension. Hold it until it starts to become uncomfortable. And when you're ready, relax with a big sigh, a big ah.
And very, very slowly, we're gonna come back. And I excuse myself because I don't have Julie's voice to bring you back. But she usually says, pat yourself, clap it, cut it, and come back. And this is the part where everybody will share their experience. And I am guessing, hoping everybody enjoyed this mini meditation. I have to share that in Julie's sessions, she always has a theme. So sometimes she focuses on the breath, on the breathing. Sometimes she even have chocolate meditation, like, or she focuses in mountains, or I don't know, Susan Thompson, if you can help me here, can you unmute yourself and share a little bit your experience with Julie?
Well, there is a theme usually to each of her meditations, and you may not know that in advance, but there are the 3 sections, and you often go on a journey, and it helps you to sort of recreate your imagination. I just find them, they're so relaxing and they're so fabulous. I can't understand why the whole world doesn't do it.
For sure, and it's amazing it's part of the wellness circle, right? It is
absolutely
very important.
Absolutely.
Part of the wellness.
You learn techniques that help you, to calm from stress, to help you sleep. There are so many benefits. It's known to bring down your blood pressure, and just calm you, and it just puts you in a better spirit, in a better mood overall. So it's very valuable to do this practice, and it's something you can use day to day also.
Correct. And also when you do it on your own, there's no length of time. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 1 hour, and you can still get the benefits of meditation.
Absolutely.
Sorry, from Gail, I love it when she took us on an imaginary walk through the forest bridges. Thank you very much, Gail. Thank you. Yes, and I have to mention, usually in her sessions, there's no music and there's no sounds involved with this. So if you would like to have something at your house, everybody's muted, and then you can enjoy whatever background you want to add to your journey, right?
Right.
Very good. I don't know if there's any question, something that I can answer, and if I don't have the answer, I will pass the question to Julie. No? Everybody good? Very good. And everybody's back?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, Susan?
I said yes, yes.
Yeah.
Have to reground ourselves before
Yes,
you drive.
yes. Please come back, because guess what? Right now it's time for Zumba. So I'm gonna give you like 1 minute time to get proper shoes, proper outfit, proper outfit, because now we're gonna sweat whatever we didn't sweat in this meditation. Right, Anne? So
Can I ask a question
yes,
of a former student of Julie's, I guess?
Yes.
Do you find that you've learned to calm your mind, like that chatter? That's number one question.
Definitely.
Okay.
That is a big benefit to doing her meditations.
The other thing is, today we worked on basically arms and, well, part of the leg. Does she go through different parts of the body to learn how to relax them?
She uses different types of meditations each week. So yes, she on occasion will do that, where she focuses on, either relaxing, from head to toe. Yes, everything, different parts of your body. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's from the inside out. Sometimes it's just by totally focusing on other things than the physical body. Taking your imagination somewhere else, on a trip, on a journey, mm-hmm. which also, gives you the freedom to go where you choose to go. Like, it's not that rigid that you have to do exactly what she says. Mm-hmm. It's only a suggestion.
Mm-hmm. But how long have you been doing this, if I may ask, with her?
I don't know. How many years has she been doing it, Veronica?
I can tell that Susan is part of the asset with Julie's class. Like, I think they came together.
Yeah, I think I started. Yes, actually, I think I did start
an extended period of time. Okay.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. So and it does get easier. It is a learned thing. Like the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you condition your mind to just get into that relaxed mode. So
it's a discipline thing, actually. Yeah,
definitely. And the mind chatter, definitely. Yeah, you can control that. I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you very much for answering, Susan.
No problem. You're quite welcome.
I think Lana has a question as well.
Yeah, Veronica, I just find I cannot turn off. Like, I cannot meditate because I cannot turn off. I don't care what anybody tries to do, what they try to say. I've tried it 1,000 times. I'd love to be able to just turn off. And I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how. I envy you people who can do it and just enjoy it and just relax. I just can't do it. I'll start, and then my mind just goes right back to where I was with 1,000 other things that are just going on. And I don't think I'm the only one, but it would be wonderful to try to do it sometime, but I can't do it.
Alana, I'm gonna ask you, please, one day to give it a try and to connect with Julie.
Yeah.
Because
I couldn't even do that one today. Like, I didn't do, no.
She has a lot of tips. Yeah. She has, whenever, and I can say this because all these 2 years I have been with her in her in her classes, in her virtual classes, and I see how she helps you, like by the hand. I've seen participants at the beginning, how they are a little bit restless, like a little bit like this, and then she helps them find that place and that. So just I am opening here the conversation whenever you want to give it a try, and open the conversation with Julie. And I'm sure she has tips because
thank you. Yeah, I just wondered, I'm sure, is there anybody else feels that way, or is it just me? Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, Alana, you and I.
Yeah.
No, I'm like that too.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing if you can do it. Like, honestly, like, just amazing to watch people just be able to just, and I'd love to be able to do that some days, but
I've never done it before. And I've realized that it all starts with the breathing. If you can start to feel your breathing, to concentrate on your breathing, I think I fell asleep. Did you say she talked about arms? I don't remember that. So I think maybe basically you have to concentrate on the breathing first. And that can be practiced at any time, really. Because you practice that in yoga and other forms of yeah. That might help you, Alana.
Yeah, and also give your
I don't do yoga either, too slow.
No.
Isn't that awful?
I used to think that too. I really thought I could never do meditation, but what I liked about when I did it with Julie is that when she started to tell us it doesn't matter if your mind wanders. When your mind goes to something else, she just so gently says, that's okay. It's not a problem. Just gently bring it back. And when I took the whole session with her, I thought, oh, okay, I actually can do this. And I didn't think I would ever be, I hear you, Alana. I didn't think I would ever be able to do it, but it is.
Alana, I think you and I need to write out our checklists or our to-do lists before this class.
Yeah. Anyways, on you go, Veronica, on to Zumba, because Zumba I can handle.
Thank you. I just have to add here a comment from Judy. Judy, I found today, though, that I was falling asleep. Alana, try singing, because that is your thing. So maybe that's a very nice tip. Thank you very much, Judy. And also, sometimes you just have to give yourself a chance, because sometimes we have too much things on our plate and we don't want to let them go, not even for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 1 hour. So that is something that might be not letting you get into that zone, like just let it go.
Yeah. Thank you, Veronica.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for the feedback and the questions. And that was the minute that I gave you to get your shoes on, because we're gonna start Zumba. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of talking here before we start. So Zumba is a dance and fitness exercise, like a class. So it's supposed to be fun. So we should be having fun. If we don't know the steps, if we cannot follow the steps, it's okay. As long as your heart rate goes up, Veronica is happy. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna yell at you. No, I'm joking. I'm just gonna point whatever I see that you are not doing right, but that it's okay. If you don't wanna listen to me, it's okay. The only time that I yell at you by your name is if I see that you are gonna hurt yourself. If I see that you're gonna hurt yourself, then it's not okay, and you're gonna hear Veronica calling you by your name and telling you stop. Otherwise, you can just ignore me. So what I'm gonna present today, it's a video. So we have different levels of Zumba. We have been doing chair Zumba, which obviously is having you sitting on a chair. We also have the Zumba Gold. So Zumba Gold, it's a doable way of doing Zumba, where there's a lot of repetitions, there's a lot of, oh, I can get this step, oh, I can do it, and then you can actually do it. Once you get into the stage where, okay, I'm getting bored of this step, of repeating this step, then it's time for you to move to the real Zumba, like to the fast Zumba, where there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of fast pace, and I get a lot the comment of, oh, I was just getting the step and you change it. And that's what it's all about. So it's just fast movements, fast changes, and once you know the step, then it's easier to follow. Please, if you are joining the session, make sure that you are in a safe spot, that you don't have, check your surrounding, please, so you don't hurt yourself. In this video, I'm gonna start the first 5 minutes sitting down, then I'm gonna stand up to do the Zumba Gold version, and then I'm gonna finish with a crazy Zumba at the end. So it's only 15 minutes that Kristen allowed me, so that's what we're gonna do. The structure of the class is 5 minutes warm-up, 5 or 10 minutes warm-up. Then we do a non-stop version of cardio, and then we go to the cool down. Today, because I don't have, if I do this structure, then I don't have time for Zumba, right? So I am just skipping the warm-up and the cool down. So please, use your common sense and don't go crazy with this demo. It's only to give you an example of what's going on in the class. While we are watching the video, you're gonna hear my calling. So I am calling the steps, so that way if you miss a little bit of the video, you can still listen to me and you can follow the steps that I am calling. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. So as long as you don't stop moving, I am very happy. Of course, the virtual version is different than when we are in person. Right now, we are offering 2 days a week, a version where you can, on the same screen, you can choose what to do. If you want to do the seated version, the slow version, or the fast version, and you can switch around. And the reason I do it right now like this is because you are at home and you can pace yourself and you can improvise or do whatever you want at home, right? Obviously, when we are in person, I cannot do this because I cannot have a chair in the middle of the dance floor, right? That's a safety hazard. So when we are in person, hopefully one day, okay, Kristen is telling me stop talking and let's move. Okay, so when we come back in person, there's one class, specific class for each version. Okay, so after we did our warm up, we are gonna start with the real Zumba. And let's go, Kristen. So we're gonna start marching on your spot and twisting on your chair and kick front. You're gonna make sure your back is straight and don't lean on the back of your chair. How is the music with my talking? Can you hear me? Thank you. Kick front. Front and back. Front and back. Make sure you keep your back straight. Switch leg. Front and back. Let's do it again. Front and back. And switch it front and back. Swinging your arms front and back. That's it. Front to front. Cutting front with the same arm. And marching. Show me your muscles. Keep your elbows up. And front to front. 4 times. And marching. Show me your muscles. Beautiful muscles, everybody. Good job. Front, back, swinging your arms. And switch side, front and back. You don't have to turn on your chair. I am turning so you can see what I am doing. That's it. Here we go. Front to front. It's gonna be 4 times. March it. Show me muscles. Elbows together, working pectorals. Front to front. Keep your back straight. And marching with pectorals. Pressing your elbows front. Front and back. And switch side, front and back. That's it. Keep moving your arms. Keep moving your arms. Beautiful. Very good. Kneeling. Keep your back straight. Do not crunch your back. You're gonna feel the movement in your abs. And break it. Open arms. Side to side. Enjoy your salsa. Side to side. Moving your arms. Front to front. And circle with your arms. Again, front to front. And circle with your arms. Push it up, double, and push it up, double, and swing your arms side, and drum it, drum it, drum it. Very good. And here we go. Kick, front, shuffle. Single, single, double. Single, single, double. Double, and arms all the way around. And that's it, breathe. That's it, side to side. The arms go to the opposite side. Keep your back straight. Very good. Cross it over. Arms are going to the opposite side. Cross it over. Keep your back straight and don't forget to breathe. Cross it over. You can smile as well. And over. It's gonna be 4 times. And again, over. So we're working obliques here. Keep your back straight and you're gonna feel it in your abs. And over. And switch it. Are you sweating already? Cross it over, 4. And cross it over. 3 steps and kick front. Keep your back straight. That's it. Keep your back straight. Arms go up and down. Work your range of motion. Very good. Don't forget to march it. You can. That's it. Open it side to side. And break it. Open, open, down, and clap. That's it. Doesn't matter if you didn't get it. Doesn't matter. And ready, here we go. You can stay sitting down. And this is Zumba Gold. This is Zumba Gold. Open side 3. And walk side 2. Again, open side 3 times. And walk side 2. And open side 3 times. And walk side 2. Cha-cha side. Cha-cha. Elbows go up and down. And open it with a samba. And walk double side with a cha-cha. Elbows go up and down. And samba. Open it side to side. Arms go to the opposite side. I'm sorry about the dog. Swing it and down and clap. Open it side to side. Arms go to the opposite side. And circle with your hip. That's it. 3 steps and bicycle. 3 steps and bicycle. Side to side and stay open 3. And side to side and stay open 3. Again, side to side and stay open 3. Last time, side to side and stay triple. That's it. And front to front and clapping the castanets. And front to front and castanets. Very good. And walk side 4. 2 bicycles. And back to back 4 times. Let's repeat this sequence. 4 step side, 2 bicycles, and back to back 4 times. 3 steps and bicycle. Break it with your hip, side to side, and stay with a triple. Side to side, and stay triple. Nice. Back front to front and castanets. Clap, 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 clap. Front to front and castanets. Tiki, 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 tiki. Very good. Walk side 4. 2 bicycles. Back to back 4 times. Swing with your arm back roll. And walk side 4. 2 bicycles. And back to back with a back roll. Front to front and castanets, tiki tiki tiki. And front to front and castanets, tiki tiki tiki. That's it. Hand on your forehead. Walk side 2. Moving those fingers. Move your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. Punch it down 4. And walk side 2. Punch down 4. And walk side 2. Punch down 4. and walk it 2. Last time, punch 4 and walk side 2. Punch, punch up, knee, knee, knee. Again, punch, punch up, knee, knee. Again, punch, punch up, knee, knee. Last time, punch, punch up, knee, knee. Very good. Are we sweating? Punch, punch up, knee, and backwards 4. Punch, punch up, knee, and backwards 4. Punch, punch up, knee, and backwards 4. And punch, punch up, knee, and backwards 4. That's it. Punch it 4. And walk side 2. Punch 4. Wiggle those fingers. Wiggling your fingers. You have to move everything. Wiggle your fingers. And punch it 4. And walk side. That's it. And playing your guitar. Everybody playing guitar. And that's where Alana is playing ukulele instead. And playing your guitar. Come on. Rubbing your tummy. Wiggle those fingers. That's it. We're playing baseball. Baseball. Swing the bat. Swing the bat. Swing the bat and switch it. Swing the bat. Yes, very good. And show me your guitar. Playing the guitar, everybody. That's it. And switch. Good job, Judy. Good job. Squat. Knee lift. Keep your toes pointing your knees. And bring it up. And squat. And bring up 4 knees. And break it. And swing the bat. Swing the bat. And switch it. And swing the bat. Are we sweating? You must be sweating right now. Swing it. Come on, Sue. Bring it up. Bring it up. And swing it. Very good. Good job. Good job. Heel ball change. Heel ball change. Step heel side with bow and arrow, pressing shoulder blades back. And heel front 4 times. And bow and arrow 4 times. And this is crazy Zumba. We're gonna speed it up. This is a faster pace. And heel front shuffle. And again, cha-cha forward. And a box. And heel front shuffle, going backwards. That's it. Here we go. Front to front, front to front. So this is the faster pace. Take it over. Keep your arms up. And front to front and shake your bum. And front to front and shake your bum. These are pointing your toes. Front to front and shake your bum. And front to front and shake your bum. That's it. Cross back only right. And Susie. Cross back double. And Susie. Cross back double. Engage your core and your Susie. Engage your core and back double. And engage it and Susie. Machete and Bella. Machete, so that's a front and back, and swing your hip. And a front and a back, and swing your hip. Last time, that's it. We're gonna break it with 2 beautiful squats. Watch your form, and hip. Cross double back, and Susie. Cross double back, and Susie. Engage your core. And double back, and Susie. Last, and double back. No Susie. Knee lift, shuffle, single, single, double. Arms go up and down. Arms go up and down. Almost there, my friends. Almost there. Machete and Bella. Machete and Bella. Machete and Bella. And machete and Bella. Limping, cross it over. Arms all the way up. And switch it. Cross it over. Nice. Front to front. Watch your knees, watch your knees. That's it. Disco. This step, step touch, double, and a grapevine. Circle with your arms, circle with with your arms. Disco, B-step, step touch double. That's it, and double. Knee and back, knee and back. Open it side 4 to touch and cha-cha. Knee and back, that's gonna be 2 times. Open it side 4 times to touch and cha-cha. The same step and switching direction. Oh, yeah, I didn't switch. Open it side 4 to touch and cha-cha. Last time, knee and back, 2 times. Open it side 4 to touch and cha-cha. Let's go back to disco, B-step. Step touch double and a grapevine and return. And again, B-step, this time with your left. Step double and grapevine and grapevine. Almost there, almost there. Keep it up. Knee and back 2 times. Open it side 4 times. Touch and cha-cha. Left, knee and back. Open it side 4. Touch and cha-cha. Now knee and back 2 times. Open it side 4. Touch and cha-cha. Last time, knee and back. Give me the permission, okie dokie, I'll flex. Side 4. Touch and cha-cha. Step. Step touch back and a grapevine. And return. And B-step. Step touch back and a grapevine. And a grapevine. Heel front shuffle. Roll it in. Roll it in. Almost there, my friends. Almost there. Limping, 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 limping. Limping. Ready, squat. Dance, shut up and squat, swing it. Watch your form. Squat. Shut up and dance, shut up and squat, swing it. Dance. Cross it over and B-step. Cross it over and B-step. Last, cross it over. B-step and left. Cross it over. Very good. Here we go. Step touch back and double front. Single back and double front. And back and hip. And front and back and hip. Heel, front, heel, back, heel, front, double heel, front. And guess what, my friends? We are done. We are done. Good job. Keep marching, please. Keep marching. Keep marching. Very good. And slowly, slowly, slowly stop the heart rate. Very good. Thank you very much. Very good. Okay.
Hey, we got our class in today.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much for keeping up with me. Questions?
Not a question, but again, thank you so much for bringing Zumba online. It was one of the first things I think we started way back in 2020, and we only had like the specific classes, but when you came out with the split screens, then we could all do what we're comfortable doing. So those who want to sit can sit. Those of us who want to jump around, jump around. It's been a great 2 years. Thank you.
Yeah, it helped us keep our sanity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Miss Fran, any questions? Something? Comment?
Veronica, I think I'll stick to gentle yoga and chair yoga. I can't keep up to you anymore.
and I guess it brings up your heart rate, right? Right.
Yes,
so you were tired. You were a little bit sweaty.
It hurts my neck.
Okay, so that is not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the main idea, to bring up the heart rate and get sweaty and stinky and then get a shower.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Any question, any comments? Laura, hello.
Well, so I don't get the opportunity to attend other people's classes very much. And I just want to say, from a brain health perspective, that is an amazing class. Not only because the choreography is really challenging, but there's a lot of cross crawling, which is, you know, crossing the midline. So not only are you getting sweaty and exercise, but it's tons of fun. and it's working our brains as well as our bodies. So it's impressive. I think I should do it just to, you know, challenge myself. I love it. It was so much fun.
It is. It's so much fun. You don't feel like you're exercising.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Plus, being on Zoom is a really good time to try it because she doesn't see your whole body if you position your camera properly. So it gives you time to learn the steps. So when we go in person, there's less likely that she's going to call your name.
I miss you this time, Veronica. I miss you this time.
I sorry.
It's Diane.
I miss you, Diane.
I know, I miss you. Hey, Diane. Yes, I miss you.
Thank you.
Hopefully it'll work out with Greg's stuff the next time.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. Families first.
Veronica?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to tell you, this is the first time I've watched Zumba, and my heart is going so high just looking at you.
Oh, I thought you were doing it at your...
Well,
You'd love it, Judith.
I tried.
Yes, good, good. And that's the main idea. That is the main idea, is to work our heart in a safe way and a fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Judy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very good. We are super, super late. I'm so sorry, Kristen. Thank you for not cutting the video. And if everybody is okay, we are ready to move out to our next activity. Because Laura was just talking, and I just have to introduce Laura. Laura is an amazing person, instructor, and friend. She has a business management and English degree, and she's a motivational speaker. She has worked in a lot of places. One of them was the Alzheimer's Society, which was a very plus for that organization. She has been part of the BOAA for more than 8 years, I think, around 8 years.
It's like 15, 14.
There you go. And she has her fitness certification, CanFit. She's a certified instructor urban polling. She is a certified instructor yoga. And of course, all her Alzheimer's background knowledge is incredible. Brain gym. So I don't have enough time to talk about Laura. She's amazing, and right now she's teaching 20-20-20 urban polling, brain and body boosters, and hopefully we're gonna have her in person. And Laura, I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna give the microphone to you.
Okay. Oh. Okay, this is pre-recorded. Okay. Welcome everyone. My name is Laura Clements, and I am the instructor for Brain and Body Boosters. So I'm going to give you a sampling of some of the wide variety of activities we'll be doing in this class. We're going to start with 4 essential brain health, brain gym exercises. And the first one is to make sure we're hydrated. So wherever you are, I'd like to see that you grab a drink of water, preferably room temperature, and water that's not in a squeezable plastic glass, because there's 1,000 times more bacteria in that one. So have yourself a drink. Ideally, you've already woken up this morning, and first thing, you've had 2 full glasses of water to rehydrate your body, which really is a boost to your brain, because the more water that you have circulating in your body, the more oxygenated blood is being circulated through your brain. So now that we've hydrated, we are going to go on with our brain buttons exercise. So getting your thumb and index finger, find the fleshy parts right underneath your collarbone, and I want you to massage those as you ground yourself in this exercise by putting your hand on your belly. And this is called brain buttons. And they say that there's thousands of meridians running up and down your body, connecting all your extremities to your brain. And by massaging these brain buttons, this area right underneath our collarbone, it massages and triggers these meridians to help with communication between the rest of our body and our brain. And one thing you'll find in this class, everything that we do with one hand, we switch with the other. So now put your other hand on your belly, other index finger and thumb underneath the collarbone, and massage those brain buttons. And if you want, you can dance around while you're doing it. I kind of like just standing there and feeling the effects. One thing I like to do is slide my fingers all the way to the ends of my collarbone and underneath. And I find different areas trigger different points in my body. And sometimes I can actually feel a body part reacting. If it's sore or something, if I've used a certain muscle the day before by doing this. So that is our second brain gym exercise, the first to hydrate, the second called brain buttons. And then to connect our left logical brain with our right random or creative side, we do a cross crawl of any form, which is crossing the midline of our body. And in this case, we're going to do an opposite hand, opposite knee, gentle exercise. And if any of you want to make it a bit of a cardio exercise at the same time, which is challenging your heart too, you can put your hands higher in the air, because anytime you raise your hands above your heart, you're really giving more challenge to your heart muscle. And you can also raise that knee higher in front of you. You could also do opposite elbow to opposite knee, therefore enhancing the core workout of this exercise. Or you could do opposite hand to the inside of the opposite foot. Again, there's lots of variations and challenges to this. Now we're doing everything to the front, but to challenge our brain, we're going to do it to the back. So I'm going to turn around and do opposite hand, opposite foot. And I like doing this sometimes, doing it around and turning in a circle. So you can see the full extent of this exercise. And then go back the other way. There we go. Now we've done opposites to the front and opposites to the back. Well, let's try to switch it up. One to the front and one to the back. So this is also a bit of a balance challenge. And we'll talk a little bit more about balance, but we know that balance is also absolutely critical for brain health, because every time we do a balance exercise, the signals to the brain actually go from the body through the brain stem, which is at the back of our neck, and it stimulates our brain. So again, like we talked about at the beginning of the class, every time we do something, exercise on one side, we now switch it up, opposite hand knee to the front, opposite hand foot to the back. And then you can do it double time, and you can also do it turning around in a circle. So all kinds of variations and challenges for our brain. So that is the third of our brain gym sequence. Hydrating, doing the brain buttons, oopsie, and the opposites. The crossing the midline is the third brain gym exercise. And our fourth and final of our kind of four main brain gym exercises is what's called hookups, not what the kids call it these days. So we're actually crossing the same arm and leg over each other, palms together, clasp your hands together, bring your hands up and under, and then the key to this, and I'm not going to do it because I won't be able to tell you what I'm doing, is put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And then we want to do 3 deep breaths in and out. And ideally, you're going to close your eyes to make this a bit of a brain challenge too. So I'll do that with you. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And a final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Shake it out. And you've probably heard in a lot of classes that you've taken to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you might be wondering why. Well, interestingly enough, when we breathe exclusively in through the nose, it actually stimulates our brain more than breathing in through the mouth. One of the reasons is just ergonomically, the nasal passages are really close to the nose, and it gets that oxygen into our brains more quickly. So there's a real reason behind doing that. It's also very calming to our central nervous system, and many of us are on fight or flight mode, especially with the last 2 years with COVID. So it's a great way to relax your body. So as I said in the beginning, anything that we do on one side of the body, we switch it up. So now reverse the order. Switch your other arm and leg over each other. Same thing, clasp your palms together. Bring your hands up and underneath. So your fists are almost tucked under your chin. And I like to close my eyes. And ideally for you, I'm not going to do this. Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and 3 deep breaths in and out in this position. In through the nose. Breathe out through your mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Wonderful. And shake it all out. Great job, people. Those are just 4 of the many brain health, brain gym exercises that we do in this class. So we do a wide variety of exercises, as I mentioned. We like to deal with not just brain gym exercises. We're going to be talking about the theory and some things that are good for the brain, maybe things that are good to eat, things that aren't good to eat and drink, daily health practices. We're going to be playing some brain games. We're going to be doing things like meditation, maybe some yoga, some strength training, some cardiovascular exercise, literally anything and everything, a compilation of all the best practices for our brain. One of the things that we know is essential for brain health is to maintain good balance. In fact, great balance is the goal, because just even on a minor reason, the less falls we have, the less chances we have to have hits to the head and less chances we have to have concussions. But they've also found that the people that have the best balance on this planet also have the least amount of dementia. So there's a huge correlation between stimulating that the area in our brains, which is the brain stem, which is important for balance and keeping a clear and focused mind. So of the many balance challenges we're going to do, one thing that we do, which is really fun, is a sobriety walk. We just walk heel to toe. So you literally walk in a straight line, looking at eye height ahead of you, heel to toe. Now, if that's too hard, you can actually put one foot a little further than the other, or you can put one foot more to the side, because obviously the narrow or that your stance, the more tippy it's going to be, more hard work. But some of the keys are to stand up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, and really get a focal point straight ahead of you. Don't look down, because where goes your nose, so goes your toes. And that's just something I learned, that for balance, you really want to make sure you're looking straight ahead, not looking down. So whenever we do our sobriety walk forward, we also do it backward, because backward walking is another fabulous practice for brain health. It actually stimulates all different muscles in the back of your body, and your body's on high alert because it says, oh, where am I going? This is unusual. I'm not used to this. So anything new and different is like a ray of sunshine into your brain. So we do this practice, walking backward and forward and challenging our brain. Other times we'll do balance challenges, like standing on one foot and closing our eyes, but we might have a chair there just in case we need it. We may pretend that we're walking over giant logs. We're in Vancouver Island. We're walking over the giant redwood trees. And so we're going to do all kinds of balance challenges. Another right brain, left brain activity that I absolutely adore is what I call windmill arms. One arm's going to be going forward and one arm's going to be going backward. I'm going to kneel down so you can see this. This might look like an easy exercise, but what happens is the brain takes over and it starts getting both your arms going the same way forward or backward. But in the full expression of this exercise, you're doing the totally opposite thing with one arm than the other. One arm's going forward, meet at the top, and the other arm's going backward in totally opposite directions. For any of you that might have a shoulder issue, you can try it with simply shoulders. So one elbow goes forward and one elbow goes backwards. That's a little easier if you have a shoulder issue. All right, that's a big challenge. If you didn't get that one, well, you may have to practice it. We do all kinds of exercises. Sometimes we juggle in this class because juggling is great for the brain, and just even sometimes tossing one ball back and forth. And we do a lot of finger dexterity exercises because that's great for the brain too. So sometimes we do simple exercises like toggling between our thumb and index finger, then our thumb and middle, thumb and fourth, thumb and pinky, and back and forth. And then, of course, we do it with both hands. And then if we want a real challenge, we do one hand backward and one hand forward. So we might start with the thumb and pinky of this hand and thumb and index finger in this hand. And then we just toggle backwards and forwards. So this is quite the challenge, people. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but this is really hard. Okay, and then you'd switch it up and do it with the other hand. We do a lot of finger dexterity exercises because it's really interesting how over time, sometimes we lose the neural connections between our extremities and our brain. And so by practicing these things, even like just separating your fingers and toes. Now I have shoes on, so I can't do it. One of the great brain exercise is just try to really separate all your toes on your foot. Another fun one is that you can have a V in the middle. I'll just do it with one hand at a time. And then put your fourth and third finger together and toggle back and forth. Now that might seem like an easy exercise, but try it at home. It's not easy. And then you do it, of course, with the other hand and put the two together. And then for the ultimate in brain health challenge, try doing the V with one hand and then the opposite with the other. So then back to a V with that one and middle fingers together. So two V's with this one. See, we're not using our thumbs, and one V with this one. You see what I'm doing here? And we're toggling back and forth. Oh my gosh, this is hard work. Whoops. You see how the brain wants to make them the same on both hands. And so you really have to fight against it. Okay, so people, you're getting an idea. And then something else we might do in the class is maybe just some meditation. We might sit in a chair and calmly close our eyes, hands in our lap, do some deep breathing, maybe some alternate nostril breathing, which is a fabulous left-right brain activity. We anchor our middle and index finger on our forehead, close off our right nostril as we breathe in through our left, switch at the top, and then exhale through our right nostril. Inhale back through that same right nostril. Switch at the top and exhale through our left. And continue on in that pattern because that is a very calming exercise for the central nervous system. And it also connects our left and right brain. They say that as we breathe in through one side, one nostril, it actually triggers or stimulates the opposite side of our brain. And as we know, our right side of our brain is the more random, creative side. And so by deliberately just breathing in through one nostril, it's really stimulating that one side. And then by deliberately breathing in through the other side, intentionally, it stimulates our left, more logical, calculating side. So we really pay attention to our breath in this class whenever we're doing different exercises, because it's really beneficial to our brain. I hope you get the idea that by taking this class, there's a lot of hope and potential for us to maintain our brain health throughout our life and to actually reconnect neural pathways that may have been left by the wayside because we just haven't used them for whatever reasons. Recently in this class, we've really started to play some fun games like Wordle and Nerdle. So I encourage you to try those as well. There's a lot of games online, on the internet that you can do on your own if you have a few minutes. And some of them are really quick and easy, and they're just a fun pick-me-up. I especially like to challenge my friends, my spouse, with these games and see, who can do it faster. So thank you so much for joining us for this little snippet of Brain and Body Booster. I hope you got an idea, and if you're interested, you can always try a class and see if it's for you. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Okay.
Thank you so much, Laura. So I don't know if there's any question. We have Laura in the house, so she can answer whatever.
I have a question.
Yes, Doreen.
Do you have any specific activities that would help somebody that has vertigo?
Oh, so that's a good question. As long as you were able to do the challenges, like the balance challenges, I would think it would assist your balance. But everyone else that may have heard of vertigo, it's an ongoing balance challenge that comes and goes, right? And so it depends on the day. Of course, you can always use your chair, holding onto the side of your chair, or if you have any walking poles, you could use your poles for balance and assistance. It's still important to exercise, to move with the vertigo, but the challenge is you don't want to fall while you're doing the exercises. So doing the exercises seated, it's still great. My dad had Parkinson's, and when he couldn't stand, we did the cross crawl with him sitting in the chair. Studies have even proven if somebody actually takes your hand and does the cross crawl, and you don't even do it yourself. So for paraplegics or quadriplegics, it's still stimulating their brain, which to me is just phenomenal research. But anything that we do in the class, you could do seated, even like if we're juggling balls or playing games or something, if the vertigo was really bothering you that day. Highly critical for someone with vertigo would be to sip water throughout the day. Studies have shown that when we gulp large amounts of water at a time, it's not absorbed into our body as much as constantly sipping. So making sure you're hydrated would be really important. So thanks for the question, Doreen.
Well, thank you for the answer.
Okay.
Any other question, comment, feedback, something?
I have one.
Hi, Judy.
I think that everybody should join this class, me included, because after COVID, I find that my brain has got very muddled and sluggish, and I'm all for anything at all that will help get over that and keep us physically and mentally alert and young at whatever age.
Well, of course, I would agree with you because I'm a fan of brain health. So thank you, Judy. But I will have to take a shout out to the other courses that are offered. Any kind of a balance class, even a yoga class that incorporates balance. Of course, Zumba, any kind of dance class. Dance has been proven to really boost the brain as well. Strength training is critical for brain health. They've done multiple studies, especially in Canada, in Vancouver, with women who had mild cognitive impairment. They didn't have dementia yet, but they were on their way potentially. and they were in their 70s, and they gave them strength training classes. And then they had placebo groups that they just took for a mild walk, and another group that they just did gentle stretching. And the ones that did the strength training, significantly, they noticed that they did not continue to deteriorate with their brain health. In fact, some of them even got a bit better. So there's a really interesting connection between engaging our muscles and making our muscles stronger and work and helping our brain. So I'm just trying to say that if you don't have the space in your schedule to take my class, which I hope you do, any kind of strength training, cardio is also boosting your brain. Walking outside, the urban pulling is amazing for brain health. But any kind of new and different activity, and a wide variety of the courses that the BOA offers, even like the ones that are not physical, the painting and the creativity courses are all great for your health. So I just feel that we're also blessed here. There's so much opportunity. And I just encourage you to try different things, because new and different things are the biggest stimulation to your brain, especially the things that you don't want to try, the ones you're afraid of. That's the biggest boost to your brain. So that means I really have to try Zumba now because I'm afraid of it. It's like challenging.
Yeah.
Well, I have a comment. I've been doing Laura's classes and it's a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend them to anybody. In 2 years, I couldn't stand like a tree, and now I can stand like a tree on either leg.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Carolyn. That's awesome. I'm so glad you said that, because we have talked in the class that balance is one of the easiest components of fitness to enhance, especially as we age. And I'm over 60. And yeah, I noticed that I used to be able to stand on one foot forever with my eyes closed. And you know what? I can still do a pretty good job, but if we don't keep at it, then we can lose it. But the corollary of that is that for balance, if you do practice it even a minute or two a day, it's incredible how much you can enhance it. Even just standing on one foot while you're brushing your teeth or combing your hair or doing the dishes. And of course, you've got the counter right in front of you to lean against if you have to. So thank you for sharing that, Carolyn.
Yeah, and another thing you were always talking about is keep changing the hands you use to do different tasks.
Yes, absolutely.
Or when if you're driving somewhere regularly, take different routes.
Yeah, that's great. I think you did. Was it you that went to the BOA in a different manner? Because we all seem to go in the same way, in the same direction when we're driving, you know, to the same place. And they say even just taking a different way is really good, so we don't get so accommodated the same way. I think is there a question in the chat for me, or was that a question from a while ago?
There's a hand up from Gail. I think she has a question.
Okay, Gail.
I just wanted to ask if your program is only offered virtually right now?
Yes, but I think they're looking to get in person as of May and June. Hopefully, we're hoping if things continue. Yes.
Well, since it's 9 a.m., maybe virtual would be just as well.
A lot of people come with their coffee mug in hand. I will say that, Gail.
I'm gonna phone you, Gail. Your wake-up call. Don't worry.
My wake-up call. Okay, I would need it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, but it might be in a different time. I think it's scheduled later on the day, so no excuses. You cannot sleep until 11. I'm sorry, Gail.
Okay. So the current session ends was started on March the 9th, right?
Correct. And it finished in April, and the next season will be May and June.
May and June, okay.
And most likely it's gonna be later during the day.
Okay.
If they join, thanks. If they join, Veronica, is it prorated if they join?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we can prorate. So any program that you are interested in joining tomorrow, we are totally okay, and we can prorate.
Okay, that's great. And so it's a course that you can jump into. It's not one where, if you haven't, attended the first 2 classes, you're going to not be able to catch up. That's not how it works. We do something totally different every week. We do a lot of research. I do a lot of research and I pass it on. For example, I'm reading this book. It's called Move. And it's how everything we do physically correlates to our brains, and even down to the cadence and the speed of walking. It's absolutely fascinating. They say when you match your heartbeat to your walking pace, which is like 120 beats a minute, which interestingly enough is the recommended speed of exercising for all older adult fitness classes, that it's really good for our brains. It sort of makes our limbic system really in tune and is very heart healthy. So we share this information, and I'm really looking forward to the in-person classes. Although I do have to say, I love just being able to come down to my basement and teach and not have to drive. But I'm looking to the in-person because I have huge amounts of activities that I used to do in person with not only the caregivers at the Alzheimer's Society, but I used to teach courses before that to older adults associations. I had all kinds of games, big bags of juggling balls, quizzes, group games that we can do, and activities, which are like, you need to do them in person. And I'm bringing the materials with me. And so I'll bring different things every week. So it's going to be very different, the in-person class, than the ones that are virtual.
Laura, thank you. Thank you very much for, as usual, all your knowledge. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining, everybody. And we are going to move for trivia.
Great.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Okay, my pleasure. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're moving on. Sorry, Veronica. We're moving on.
I was going to introduce you, my friend.
To the last part of our day today, which is trivia. So trivia happens on Fridays at 1:30. So Lauren, who is sitting beside me, she makes all the questions and puts the PowerPoints together, and then I present it on Fridays at 1:30. So we're just gonna do a little snapshot of what the trivia looks like. So if you guys can grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil just to write your answers down, then we will take them up at the end.
And we're just going to do 10 questions to get a sneak peek, so you don't need a huge piece. All right, question number 1. Which accessory did Zippo Manufacturing Company introduce in 1933? Was it a watch, a lighter, a magnifying glass, or a measuring tape? You just need to write down A, B, C, or D for your answer. All right, and number 2. On every continent, there is a city named what? Is it Rome, San Jose, Sydney, or Orlando? And number 3, the word lunar means something related to what? Is it related to sky, space, moon, or sun? And number 4, jambon is the French word for what food? Ham, pork, bacon, or steak? And number 5, which insect can indicate the air temperature? Is it a fly, a bee, a butterfly, or a cricket? And number 6, what object, which debuted in 1949, is sometimes called a 45? Is it a record, an LP single record, a tape, or a portable record player? And number 7, which year did Neil Armstrong walk on the moon? 1967, 1968, 1969, or 1970? And number 8, moved by a desire to help people, Vincent van Gogh left art in 1876 to become what? A missionary, a doctor, a farmer, or a priest? Number 9, what substance found in food helps move waste through the body? Is it water, fiber, salt, or minerals? And for our last question, number 10, what cheese's name literally means recooked in Italian? Parmesan, provolone, fontina, or ricotta? And once you got that answer, you can get yourself ready for Kristen to take up the answers.
All right. Let me just get to this guy here. So 1 is B, lighter. 2 is A, Rome. 3 is C, moon. 4 is A, ham. 5 is D, cricket. 6 is B, an LP single record. 7 is C, 1969. 8 is D, a priest. 9 is B, fiber. And lastly, 10 is D, ricotta. That's just a little snapshot of all of the fun that we have on Fridays with trivia. And it is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
And this week's theme is Disney. So if you know a lot about Disney characters or the Disney parks, feel free to join Kristen on Friday afternoon and test your knowledge.
So we have come to the end of our day filled with knowledge and excitement and presentations and demos. So because you've all signed up and you're all here, we've entered your names into a draw. So Lauren is just going to share her screen right now. And we have 2 prizes that were generously donated from Seasons. They're just little gift baskets with different things in them. So we're going to draw 2 names for the winners.
All right, for our first winner, let's see. So congratulations to Doreen Kelsey. I don't know if she's here with us right now, but if not, I'll give her a call.
I think she left. Yeah.
Yeah. And our second winner is Alma Wagner. Congratulations.
Yes, she's here. And she was super active. She was doing everything. I saw her.
So Alma, since you're with us on the Zoom still, would you like I'll show you the 2 different baskets and you can let me know which one you'd like for yourself and which one you'll leave for Doreen, all right?
She said, okay. She's muted, but she said, okay.
So the first one has a insulated tumbler, a Tim Hortons gift card, and a tote bag at the back. And the second one, if I can reach it, is a tumbler with a straw, and it's got some drink flavoring and some snacks and some gum and chapstick.
I like the second one.
Okay, awesome. We'll have that here for you to come and pick it up, or we can drop it off.
Well, I'll be at the friendship group next Wednesday, so that
Awesome.
would be perfect for me.
Perfect.
Alrighty, so do we have any last minute questions from anybody? Any questions about programs or any of the presentations or anything?
Not a question again, but I just want to shout out again to all of you because it's been a great 2 years.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with the idea of Zoom needs to win the biggest award on the face of the earth because it's been a lifesaver, a true lifesaver.
Ann. You said it, Ann. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it's crazy because I was saying, it was either yesterday or the day before, to even think about doing a virtual fair 2 years ago would have been impossible. We wouldn't have even had a quarter of the people online. And now look at us 2 years later and everybody's adapted and pivoted. And it's just amazing to see that so many, we can still be connected through Zoom and through the internet.
And like Laura said earlier too about trying all these new things, like honest to God, the things that I've tried in 2 years that I never, ever would have thought of signing up for, especially painting, like never, but like it's addictive, but everything, it's just, thank you so much for everything, all of you.
And we've met all kinds of new people too. Like,
yes.
Yeah. All kinds of people. Yeah.
Yes, Susan, sorry, you have a question?
Yes, I do. I understand, I don't think I'm on camera anyways. I understand that you are going to be doing a lot of in-building sessions coming up in May and June. Are you still going to be keeping some of the virtual ones as well?
So Veronica, you wanna answer that?
Yes, Susan, we're gonna still stay with some activities, virtual, yoga, sit and be fit, some, of course, the drawing, the pen and ink. So yeah, so I am guessing you're inquiring for watercolor?
Well, Paul, I'd like to try a couple of the other things too. And watercolor is one of them, yes, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not in Bowmanville, so I am out of town. So that's one of the reasons why I'm inquiring. And this during the COVID, it has really, really helped me a lot. Another thing I wanted to ask too is the classes. Like you said, you could try out a class or whatever.
Yes.
Is that any class just to try anyone?
Any class, any class, any
So
class.
I just call up and then you give me the link for that day or whatever to try it?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, you
Okay.
talk to any of us and then that person, like any staff, then gets in touch with the host and then the host can let you in and you're good to go.
Okay. So watercolor is still going to be virtual?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Will we be adding any other programs for the in-person ones too, like new programs like that haven't been up for a couple of years? I'm thinking of ukulele, for example, like because there's a lot of people would like to learn how to play, and we haven't been able to have it, you know?
For sure. Yes. What we're doing right now is little by little trying to bring whatever we had before.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the classes were 2 times per week, 3 times per week. So at this point, we're bringing them 1 time per week. So then we can balance and we can provide a different category of classes. After that, the next stage will be bring the doubles one and incorporate new programs. Okay. So yeah, and of course, ukulele, I don't consider it a new program because it's something that has been offered in the past. Okay. So that goes in the first stage category. So if you tell me, oh, are we gonna do stain paint glass? We haven't offered that in years. So that will be at the end of the lineup, right?
Right, got it. Yep.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Veronica.
Very good question, Alana. Thank you. And also please, we are super open for feedback. So if you think, oh, I would love to have this, or we can juggle things around knowing that there is an interest, and then we can try to accommodate.
Definitely, definitely.
It's a great day. Lots of wonderful things going on today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Congrats to you all. It was well
done.
done.
For coming. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Alma has a question.
Yes, you've recorded the session. Could you put it on the big screen in the BOAA so it is always advertising the BOAA?
That's a great question. We do have some, we do have a slideshow that's on a loop in the lobby, like what we used to have. That's right, kind of diagonal from the front desk that has all the different programs that we offer. So we have that, but we are going to be making the recordings for the morning session and the afternoon session available. We're either going to post them on our website or post that, well, we'll post them on our website and then also the links on Facebook and whatnot, as well as in the BOA email MailChimp link. So you will all have access to them if you want to go back and look at things. And for all the people that weren't available to join us today. So they will be available.
Wonderful.
So before we go, if we can all, if you feel comfortable putting your camera on, if you don't have it on already, we're just going to take a couple pictures just so we have this to post, and yeah, some memories.
I'm laughing because Veronica has taken so many pictures in our other
you know exactly what to do. It's wonderful. Alrighty, so one.
And we never get on the thing, right, Veronica?
I know.
All right.
This is the one. This is the one.
1, 2, 3. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
You're
last
welcome.
minute before
Thank
we go,
you.
just a huge thanks to Kristen and the whole BOAA staff team for putting together this wonderful day today. So round of applause for you guys. Great job.
Good job. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, hopefully we'll see you all in person soon, if we haven't already.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.